Good morning. I know it's Sunday morning. Hopefully you're getting ready to go to church. I'm not going to take long, but I am going to be able to show you the finished product. You may have heard of and even made and have eaten poke cakes or coconut poke cake for years. I had not even heard of them until the other day. So I saw someone make them and I decided I'd try it. So I want to show you because it's so simple and they said it's so good, and I haven't tasted it yet, but I have one ready to show you the finished product. You just start with they said white cake mix, but then some of them said they used yellow, so I'm sure you can use either one. It doesn't matter what brand. I used the one I did today that I'm going to be showing you, I used the yellow. You can use the instructions on the back to make them if you forget what I'm telling you, but you basically would use, it calls for a cup of water, you would just use a cup of milk instead. You still use the 3 eggs and a 1/4 cup of oil, and then some of them instead of oil used butter. But I used oil. The only thing I did different was the cup of milk instead of water. So you cook it by the directions. You take it out. This is hot. I just took it out of the oven because I wanted to be able to show you. And the reason it's called a poke cake, you use a fork or some other object to poke holes while it's hot. But you don't want to go all the way down to the bottom, maybe 3/4 of the way. Because if you go all the way to the bottom, the stuff we're going to pour on top of it is just going to seep right on wool. And every now and then I'm hitting the bottom and don't mean to. But, and actually, I didn't cook it quite as long because it was looking so done on the outside. And it may not be quite as done as it should be. I have a feeling that I should have left it a little longer, but that's too late now. So we're going with it. You know, if you do a live, you never will do your cooking just right. So we're going with it. It was just looking so pretty on the top and I thought it was done. I didn't check it with my fork. Okay, so what you do is we're going to do 2 things here. This is cream of coconut. Do not make a mistake and get coconut milk. It is cream of coconut, which I didn't even know existed, and Eagle brand milk. This is a 15-ounce can of the cream of coconut, because they do have smaller ones, but you get the 15 ounce, and I think this is about a 14 ounce of the Eagle brand condensed milk. So you just open them up, pour them in a bowl, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to do this one first because you really need to shake this. It will come with liquid on top, it'll be settled, and you're going to need to get this stirred up good before you add that, probably, to make it easier. And shaking it will help. I forgot to shake it when I did it yesterday. Now these cakes are to be put in the fridge and let sit either overnight or at least, 6 or 8 hours or so. Alright, so I'm going to put this in here, and see, it's not near as watery as mine was yesterday because it had all the liquid on the top. But I still like to get this, see the little lumps in the water. By shaking it, that helped a lot, but I'm going to kind of get this one mixed up. And then add this right here. This is rich stuff. A lot of people, and we've done it before, uses it when you're making homemade ice cream. And of course, cakes. I've known people to put them in banana pudding, even though I don't, but this is some rich stuff. I believe this is going to be a rich cake. Okay, so try to get all your good stuff out of here. You don't want to leave it in there if you can help it. So just try to get it all out as much as possible. And then I think I'll use this bigger spoon. Alright, so then we're just going to stir this up real good. Both of these cans. Now later I'm planning to try a different recipe. I saw several people that made these, and there's one that used something, instead of buying these 2 cans, she used something you would already have at home, and she said that she likes this, but she always goes back to the other. I cannot remember her name, so I'm going to try it later. Alright, so what you want to do, you don't just pour it all at one time and have it, going all down. You do want some in the sides, but you kind of want to slowly, and I'm going to use this spatula here to kind of, you want it to go down in them holes, so you pour a little bit and kind of press it and let it go down in the holes. And you do this while it's hot. When you first take it out of the oven, So we're going to do this part, then I'm going to show you the finished results. And I would love to taste it and tell you what it's like for me, but I'm actually taking it off somewhere today. We're having a Thanksgiving meal at church today. So I hate to go back into the cake, taking a piece before I get there with it. So, and by the way, you do either oil or put grease and flour in your pan that you're cooking the cake in, or spray it. I used a spray that already has the flour in it. So either spray your pan or just use some grease and then maybe flour to keep it from sticking. This is a lot of good ooey stuff, but you want to get it all on there and down in your cake as much as possible, so you don't want to tear it up, but you want to kind of press it into those holes that you've made. And I'm just going to go ahead and put the rest of it. All right, now I'm going to get this all down in here, and I'm going to tell you what else we're going to put on top of it, except that I can't put it now. That's why I'm going to show you the one I made yesterday. Because what you would do with this now is you could put it in the freezer, but you can just put it in the refrigerator long enough for it to get, well, let it sit out and get a little bit cool, you know, not be so hot when you put it in the fridge. So let it sit out maybe 30 minutes or an hour, and then put it in the refrigerator for maybe 2 or 3, 4 hours, whatever, just, you know, where it's cold. Make sure it's cold. And what you're going to do then, it's already looking good. There's 2 things you're going to put on top. You're going to put, and I didn't bring it in here, but you probably don't know what Cool Whip looks like, or whipped topping. You use an 8-ounce tub of the whipped topping, and I forgot to bring mine in here. And this is, you use about 7 ounces of coconut flakes, so this is 14 ounces. I used half yesterday, so I'm going to use the other half on this one. You can use the frozen wet kind, but I chose to use that. Now I'm going to show you the finished product from yesterday, so I'll be right back. When you put it, you put the Cool Whip, when you get this cold and bring it out of the refrigerator, you put the Cool Whip on top, the 8 ounces, spread it out, and then you sprinkle the coconut. Doesn't that look good? I can't wait to try it today. I'll have to let you know later how it turns out. But let me know if you've made one before already. You probably maybe been making it for years and it's just new to me. But I'm looking forward to trying this today. Hope you have a blessed day and a great Sunday. And we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.